Hello, Penguin. You had requested to know more about the move from Alabama to Oklahoma. So, I guess I will go over that. It's nothing amazingly fantastic. It's filled with its own dramatic bits, I guess. See, my dad retired while in Alabama. And even though he has a master's degree in both criminology and sociology, he retired out. We moved off post. I guess I should probably go back and say specifically that Alabama was where a lot of things happened for me. I only had one friend in Alabama. His name was Philip. He was a good guy. We were supposed to keep in touch, but as children go, that doesn't always happen. Alabama was where I was first introduced to adult situations. Had my first sexual encounter. I was 9 years old. It was still regular size, I guess you could say, before I became the bear that you see in front of you. Still bullied a lot. But when my father retired, we moved off post, because obviously that's what you do, to a little apartment off post until we were ready to do something with our lives. At that point, my dad leaves and comes to Oklahoma ahead of us. Originally, at least from the story that, I was told from my dad, was that he left to secure things there so that we can all move gracefully. If you would ask my mom, she would say that he left us and didn't care anything about us and made sure that she had to do everything there and that she had to make, special privileges for us there to come back. There's always three sides to every story. One side, the other side, and the truth. Again, that's why I never lie, because what's the point of lying? That only means there's two sides of the story. After a couple of months being there in Alabama with just my mom and my brothers, we finally were able to leave and come to Oklahoma. I remember I had a pet turtle that I had gotten while in Alabama, little bitty thing, about this yay big turtle that I had, and I carried that turtle for years. It literally got to be about yay. I loved that thing, but he was a snapping turtle that I had gotten. I found it. There was a whole bunch of small turtles in a pond, and I captured it and cared for it. I remember traveling down the road in the little minivan that we had with him sploshing around in his little bitty aquarium next to us. I had to set him loose in Oklahoma because he got too big for the aquarium that we had. But we got to Oklahoma, and me, my brothers, and my mom stayed at my maternal grandparents' house, while my dad was still at my fraternal grandparents' house, his parents. there was a lot of stuff behind the scenes that obviously I was not privy to. I was a child. I didn't know any of this until after the fact. All I knew was what was going on in front of my face. We moved into an A-frame house in the countryside. I was on the top floor in a room above my parents' house, so above their room, and that was difficult. The only way for me to get to the bathroom was either to walk through my brother's room or walk through my parents' room. That was difficult on me. But it was a really cool house. I really liked it. I had a balcony, but it was old and run down. I actually had a dream about it a couple of months ago that I still remember kind of vividly. But I was older. I am as I am now, living in it with my daughters and love. But that's neither here nor there. I just think it's kind of funny that that would present itself as it has. So, not long after we moved, I started school. The closest school was an elementary school, but they had to take my brothers into town, into Chickasha, to go to school there. So I was left walking back and forth to school every day by myself. And that's kind of how I started to gain a lot of weight, because I was alone. I mean, I've pretty much always been alone, but now it was like extensive alone. Like, I would wake up with everybody, and then they would all be like, all right, we're leaving, bye, lock up. And I was 9, 10 years old. Of course, being the person that I am, even then, I was trying to do my best. So, of course, I took care of all that, walked to school, come back, and I would be home alone for 2 to 3 hours by myself. So that's where I started, like, oh, there's food. I might as well snack. I'm bored, blah, 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 blah. That's where I gained a lot of my weight. A lot of my trust issues. And then a lot of stuff started going downhill from there. And you probably don't want to hear that, at least not right now, maybe in another video, because this one's already getting pretty long. But you know me, I do my best for everyone. My therapist said that I tend to go above and beyond and try to always give a yes answer. I try to always do what's asked of me, because I have a feeling that if it doesn't hurt anybody else, why not just say yes? So maybe next time.